Hey people, what's going on? It's Jameel, and I just want to talk a little bit about like what it's like to be gangsta. Now, for most people, being a foul is supposed to be intimidating, right? It was a little like nervous and on edge when it first started happening, just because I wasn't used to interacting with the public like that. I wasn't used to having so many people like just be there just for me, like drive by and look at me and all this stuff. Now it's pretty entertaining. To be honest with you, it's an enjoyable experience because I try my best to wave at every single car. Like if the people job, if they're there for me, then I'm there for them. If somebody's paying them to gang stalk me, whatever. I'm waving back. I'm interacting with them. It's just funny to see the expressions on the people's face and like how they perceive me and how I perceive them. It's entertaining, and it's been so strange because before it started, I wasn't really I didn't really think too much about people. I was more into myself and more into the stuff I was looking into. And now it's just incredible. It's just like these are all different people from all different backgrounds who are supposedly monitoring me with the gang stalking thing. And so it's just fun just to wave at them, just to talk to them. And when I go into when I go into a place and I explain to the people, like I'm like, my name, where I'm from, where I live, my experience, how I got in the position of gang stalking, and I say, yeah, I'm the only person in the world that beat it, and then I give, it's just such a fascinating thing. It just teaching me like how to deal with all different types of people at all different levels. Like I wasn't used to that before, and so it's like I'm learning how to deal with people in like the professional world. People who are brain surgeons, doctors, lawyers, stuff like that. I come across those people as well as people who are poor on the street. And the one thing that they all have in common is they all have a similar reaction to my experience. You would be surprised how differently people react to it when I explain it to them. And it's so startling because I'll just be like, I'm famous. And they'll be like, what, you're famous? It's like people say that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm famous. And I'll say, I went to Hollywood, I did a bunch of interviews. This, and this happened, and now I'm helping people. I'm sharing my experience, and it's so funny. It's so funny to get that. Like the other day, this was yesterday. I walked up to a car. It was a car full of girls, and I'm just like, I'm famous. And they're like, you should have saw their eyes. They're like, what? You're famous? And I'm like, yeah, I'm famous. Google me. And it's just so interesting that because if they're doing the gang stalking thing and they're being paid to just follow you, they know there's something different about you, no matter what. And so when you say I'm famous, well, they think, oh my God, I'm being paid to follow a famous person. And that's so that's the first thing that enters my mind. I don't say I'm a political agitator or I pissed off the government. I just say I'm famous. And they'll be like, what? You're famous? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm famous. What do you think you follow me for? And then I say, my name is Jameel Rawls, Jameelrawls. I live over in North Shores of Highland, Old Grand Haven. And I just want to tell you, I did some interviews. They're online. You can check them out. And I got a whole bunch of other stuff, but I'm famous. I'm the only person who will ever be gang stalking. And then at this point, and I love the girls' reactions. The girls' reactions are so interesting because they just be like, what? And so, especially like the women who are like, they got a group of women who are like, when you do the gang stalking thing, it's different because you have gang stalkers. Then above that, see, I'm an exception because you have the whole gang stalking thing, but I dealt directly with the most powerful people in the world, the secret society. I mean, really up there. And so the secret societies have a special sort of relationship with me. They don't, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I have a relationship with the secret societies, and they have a relationship with me, and it's changed. Our relationship has changed. Over time, our relationship has changed, and we're both starting to accept that. And then there's the gang stalking thing, which my relationship with the gang stalking thing has changed. And so, the most interesting people I think are I love it when they use like there's a class of women who are really sophisticated, beautiful, man. They look like they come out of Sweden or like Swedish models, blonde hair, bad, man. And I don't know what made the gang stalk people start using these women. They put them out there, and it's just like I'm not used to dealing with women like that. I mean, I'm just not. I don't, you know. And so for me, I'm just like, for me, I'm like, you know, when I'm out there getting gang stalked, I'm like, I'm gonna get gang stalked that one chick, you know. And so when she comes out, or one that looks similar to her comes out, you know, I'm all excited about it. I just can't wait. I can't wait. They got it hooked up, so I can't talk to her directly or talk to them directly. But I can't wait. If I catch her at an interview, I'm like, I'm famous. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, what? And so it's just funny to say that. And I can't help it, because when you're being gang stalked, when you go somewhere, there's already people there waiting for you. When you go over here, there's people there waiting for you. So technically, I am famous. If I go into if you go, whatever store you go to, they're there waiting for you. That means you're famous. And so now with the gang stalking thing, and then with stuff, all the secret societies and all this stuff with the conspiracy stuff, it's just like I got like hundreds of people. You know what I'm saying? Thousands. I got thousands of people, hundreds of people, or whatever. All this stuff I'm dealing with, and this is helping me sharpen myself to go out into the world and teach people about my experience with gang stalking and help them beat it, help them make it a positive thing. And so that's you know, I can just envision myself right now in like a big auditorium with a microphone and stuff like that. I'm gonna be up there hitting the jump rope and stuff like that. Be up there dancing with them and stuff. Be up there blowing kisses at you. Like, I'm famous. I'm famous. that's you know what I'm saying. But people are gonna be there to hear what happened. You grew up. You got into conspiracies, and you went out and you brought attention to yourself from the powers that be about stuff that they didn't feel that they wanted out. Then you kept the ball rolling, and got into some more trouble with them. You know, you beat a life-death thing, then you beat the gang stalking thing, and now what are you doing? I'm saying now I'm out here sharing that experience. That's a powerful experience. You know, I don't know anybody else like me that has gone through all that. I mean, I know that there's people out there I'm sure it's happened to, but you know, who've dealt with all the stuff I've dealt with. But you know, from being an ordinary person, I mean, I've always been different. I'm always, if I walk into a room, I'm going to be different. I'm going to be the most different person in the room compared to everybody else, and I know that just because of all the experiences I have, all the different backgrounds I have, and stuff like that. You know, I mean, I'm the only person I know who can just, you know, I'm the only person I know. I can talk to a rapper on the phone and be sitting there talking about extraterrestrials. You know, I can go, right now, we can go out to Grand Haven, a real nice area of Michigan. You know, I'll be out there talking about alternative stuff. You know, we can go over to the hood, we can go over to the projects, and I'll be over there talking about alternative subject stuff. I'm the only person I know that can get around that many people and actually do that. I haven't came across that many people who can do that. Nobody, literally. And so I realized that my experience of the gang stalking thing, and my experience of beating that, and now my experience of making sure that other people who are going to beat it, that's taking me around. That's going to take me through life. This experience is somehow going to provide a career for me and provide some big goals for me and stuff like that. But it's just fun, man. To be honest with you, like, I'm excited about the gang stalking thing. Like, I think it's cool, to be honest with you. You know, I mean, it's pretty. To me, it's pretty cool.